Nothing better than a party at tropical resort, drinking from bottle, grabbing some boobs, invading the stage on a rap concert. Wait, what the hell's this? Okay, I think I had enough. Time for some sleep and a hangover wake up. Nothing worse than having a hangover on the day that zombie apocalypse spread over, trust me. Like the hangover itself wasn't killing you enough, right? Now there's also some dead guys on your ass with broken elevators and stuff. Thank God this Mike Tyson tattoo guy came to rescue. I mean, this guy is a straight Dwayne Johnson Baywatch character. With no one to rescue at the moment, he just decided to have a nice refreshing zombie fist fight. And there's other survivors. Well, they just sit here with the wine in their hands and I already feel like some shitty reality show is going on. Okay, let's kick some zombies.
That's the last one? Okay then. Thanks, mates.
We don't really know who this guy is, but according to the number of monitor he owns, he must be some important man. I mean, he even has one too many that does absolutely nothing. It's there just to impress us. The message is clear: find me, and I will save you by arranging a transport. And one more thing, we are resistant to the infection. Yes, you heard right. We have an infinity get-out-of-jail-free card when it comes to being bitten by zombie. Sound cool, right? No, it's not, because now everyone wants something from us. And I mean, on one part of this game, there's a guy who literally says, please bring me the picture of my daughter I left in the building because I really miss her, and this other bimbo wants her teddy bear she left on the hotel because she can't sleep without it. But thank God those are just the side missions, so let's stick to the main plot. Well, this beach house is not a perfect safe house, so we need to move, and a lifeguard tower sounds very good. After cleaning it from zombies, it's a perfect place to stay. I mean, look at this view. But people need some electricity, gas and food to keep on going, so a lot of driving here and there to deliver the good for our people. Turns out there's a lighthouse up in the hill with more tourists too lazy to handle their own stuff, but also an even nicer view, and this guy James wouldn't help us, then we will help you, altitude. So we bring back the power to this place, and now it can shine and attract attention, plus we also make them a big help sign as a bonus. Now back to the Mike Tyson tattoo guy. Actually, his name is Sinamoi. But Mike Tyson tattoo guy is way cooler, so I'm gonna stick to that. He tells us to go back to the hotel and find a parking lot. This is a quest that separates men from the boys. Inside we meet Davies, who will help us if we find his friend Ken. That means a lot of creepy kitchen exploring. Well, let's just say Ken is not in his top form, so we deliver him some morphine, but he dies anyway. But Davies helps us to get into the security room, but the system is shut down, so it needs to be rebooted, and while it's up and running, we can hook into a kick-ass armor truck and get the hell out of here. Back in the lifeguard's tower, Mike Tyson tattoo guy sends us to explore the remainings of a crashed chopper nearby. There we meet a new type of zombie, and that one blows up. Then this Russian guy Nikolai, who has apparently crashed the chopper, says he knows a secret bunker around. So we go there just to find there's nothing really special about it. But Nikolai says that in the city center there's his friend Sergey, who has a satellite phone, and if we found him and bring the device, he will just order us some help like it was a freaking pizza. Mike Tyson tattoo guy says it's probably a good idea to put some extra shields on the truck if we want to go to the city, so we can take a ride to the nearby workshop and get our car pimped like it was an MTV show hosted by Exhibit. The mechanic gets bitten by zombies, so he's like, I will give you back the keys if you take my daughter with you. And she's like, Dad, I'm not leaving you alone. So this gets a bit emotional, but all in all, she says, alright, I'm going.
And don't you lose hope. Live your life. I love you.
The city is pretty much a hole with some huge mad zombies running around. Turns out some people found shelter in the church, but a huge charging zombie is trying to get in, so we need to take him down. Helen is running business around here. She sends us to pump station to check out what's wrong with it. Well, it's been taken by some douchebags, so this time, no zombies, just straight human-human gunfight, and the water is back for everyone to enjoy in the church. Helen also says that there's some good stuff, but it's in the wealthy part of the city, and all the bridges are down. And the only way to get there is through the sewers that go under the river. But sewers are flooded, so first we need to fix that and meet a new zombie while we are there. This guy splits. Well, it's definitely much nicer in the wealthy part of the city. But the people, well, Major basically tells us to go suck a lemon. So, the gang loses a little faith in humanity, and after the team talk, we decide not to help anyone but ourselves from now on. But Jean gives an inspiring speech through the radio about her father, and now everyone assumes she's the leader, and she decides that we are still helping everyone.
Police station? Are you kidding me?
So we go to the supermarket where there's plenty of food and plenty of people willing to die to defend it. These guys are probably locals who also have families to feed, but I guess we care more about the rich tourists in the resort and a few losers in the church. To be honest, we should make friends with those guys. They have food, they have machine guns, but what to expect when you follow orders from a teenager? Okay, food is packed, but the horde is on our asses. So, it's time to move. Looks like the wealthy assholes got the karma they deserved, and their safe house is now a zombie homecoming party. Back in the church, Helen says that Jean and Joseph went to share food, and she is worried. Turns out, things did not went well, and Joseph says that Jean wanted to share the supplies with the police station people, and they beat her and took her. While looking for the girl, we find Riza, and he says that police is good and helpful, and the guys who run the police stations are not the police officers, but just a bunch of local gangs. Well, that explains those ACAB graffiti here and there. Anyway, no mercy for them, and after some serious Die Hard style shit, we find Jean. She lost her faith in humanity and she just wants to get out of the island like the rest of the gang. Well, time to take food we stole to the lifeguard's tower. There, Mike Tyson Tattoo Guy says that calling help won't happen if we don't go to the hotel roof and fix the radio antenna. Using the radio from the hotel, the gang contacts the Too Many Monitors guy and he says, "Okay, get here and rescue me and I will call for help in no time." "Okay, sure, where are you, mate?" "Well, to be honest, I'm in a prison, but no worries, I'm a good guy. I work for military and I'm here only because I tried to save my wife and now she's hurt and we're kinda stuck." Well, honestly, he just wants to use our blood to make an antidote for his wife and others because we don't get sick after bitten, remember? To get to the prison, we need this guy moving because there's a minefield surrounding it and he knows how to swim through it. But in the village, it turns out he left. And we only find this guy Matutero, who is some local mag or whatever, and turns out he was robbed from food and guns by the other local mag, Afran. So to find Movin, first we need to kill Afran. And this guy is another proof that "say hello to my little friend" is maybe not the best tactic while being surrounded. So, with Afran dead, Motero is happy to take us to Movin. But it turns out that Movin is useless when it comes to taking us to prison. But he says he can take us to the place where the dead corpses came from. Okay, fair enough. So, next thing you know, we're in the laboratory where we meet Dr. West. What they do here usually is testing cosmetics. But since the zombie shit escalated, they try to examine the virus. Dr. West has a theory that the zombie virus is a mutation of a local disease, Kuru, which is something like mad cows, only it affects humans. And as there are some tribes around here known from cannibalism, well, I think you know where this is going. He wants us to go find a cannibals tribe and convince them to give some blood samples for testing. Piece of cake! But did I mention that blood is sacred to them? So basically, no chance they will give it up just like that. Natives are more friendly than I expected. They just want to know if we have the guts to enter their village. So just a quick test in a circle of spirits, which is nothing more than finding zombies in a poor people UFC event. After that you have some blood samples, and now Doc says that the virus is actually this old virus on steroids. That's why it blows up after hours instead of years, like the original one. So bring me a sample of the original one and I will make a vaccine. The Ope says, okay, great warrior, I will lead you to our tombs then. So it's a long way to the tomb if you want to rock and roll. Turns out that these guys, the tribe people, worship zombies and eat their flesh, believing they will resurrect. And they are actually disappointed that many of them didn't turn into zombies after this ritual. In the tomb, Ope is mad that another girl was not transformed, so he wants to kill her. But I guess a gun is faster than a stick. So we have a new friend now, Jerema. She leads us back to the village to find Moven having a really bad day. He tries some Eddie Cardozo moves, but you're no Eddie, punk ass. So you're lucky that we came in time. We take Jerema back to the lab, and while she is there, Moven decides to show us the way to the prison, but the boat needs to be upgraded. So that means Jean is going back home. Tense moment when she's about to find out that her dad is a zombie now. And yes, zombie dad confirmed. Every respectful zombie plot must have this. You have to shoot someone you love in the face because it's a zombie now moment. So, this is the one for the Dead Island. Meanwhile, the Too Many Monitors guy says over the radio that it looks like they have trouble in the lab. And it turns out the place is a zombie land now, and the only one survivor is Jerema. They almost took all the blood she had, so she hid in the cage, and when they tried to open it, they kinda misclicked and opened all of the cages. That's a stupid move for science engineers, but I guess misclicks happen. So, let's not judge them. But before dying, Dr. West did make the cure, so Too Many Monitors guy still wants us to bring it to him. In the prison, well, there are prisoners, so a woman presence make them kinda act like zombies. But unlike zombies, you can talk to the reason. Actually, while finding a key to the Block C is the guards that will be taken down along with the zombies. Then the leader of the prisoners says, okay, now get my boys some guns and we will help you to get to the Block C. But the Too Many Monitors guy is like, no bro, don't trust the sentenced murderer. You don't need him to get to Block C, just take the Severs. But meanwhile, a riot broke, and this guy with a tattoo is no longer in charge, plus Moven died by sacrificing himself for the rest of the gang. We run into the elevator, but someone splits the gas while the gang is inside. Turns out, it was the Too Many Monitors guy, who came and took the vaccine. Kevin, who helped us earlier, says that Too Many Monitors guy is going to the roof to escape by a chopper, so we need to get there first, and that means we must take the hard but the quick way through the hospital. Too Many Monitors guy is already on the roof, and after a little gunfight, he is cornered. He actually is a military officer named Ryder White. What he wants is to take his wife to the chopper and leave. And that's not the brightest idea, since she's basically a zombie right now. Plus, he wants to blow up the whole place up with a nuclear bomb after they fly away. But all of a sudden Jean gets cocky, and she basically walks to the Ryder's wife and releases her, so she bites him in the hand, making him to quick use the vaccine on himself. But then bang! Ryder shots Jean off the roof, and the vaccine actually makes him a zombie mutant. After killing his overpowered ass, the team just gets into the chopper and leaves, not caring about anything. While leaving, they listen to the radio where politicians declare that the island is secure under a quarantine and the situation is under control. And that Jurassic Park style ending leaves the gate open for another installments of the series.